To the world, Japan is order incarnate. Pristine streets, gleaming bullet trains, silent, respectful crowds. Tourists marvel at what feels like a futuristic utopia. No litter, no graffiti, no chaos. Even public toilets shine like they belong in a luxury hotel. But no one asks the question that matters most. Is this perfection only skin deep? Because behind the surface, behind the performance, something else is happening. This isn't an attack. This is not hate. It's a call to listen, to those the spotlight never reaches. Cleanliness in Japan is real, but it's also a performance. What tourists see is the polished front stage. But backstage, quiet struggle, mental health breakdowns, poverty hidden behind cute packaging, loneliness behind polite bows, and hygiene, once a national pride, is the first thing to vanish when survival becomes the priority, especially in the most intimate space, the home, where no one is watching. And what if the face you're seeing on screen is mine? The avatar in this video isn't AI fantasy, it's modeled after me. I'm preparing to step out from behind the voice and appear as myself. If you want to meet the person behind the narrative, all it takes is one thing. Subscribe, like watch this space. Japan's healthcare is often admired, but dental care, that's a blind spot almost no one talks about. Yes, wealthy elites whiten their teeth and smile for glossy ads, but average workers face a very different reality. Dental visits are partially covered, but the costs still hurt. A cavity, a cleaning, you pay out of pocket. I haven't seen a dentist in 2 years, says Hannah, a 24-year-old store clerk. A cleaning costs half my rent. So people live with toothaches, with infection, with chronic gum disease. And one consequence is almost unspeakable: foul breath that follows them to work, to school, to the train. There's a strange contradiction in Japan's hygiene. Hotel rooms are outwardly tidy, but surfaces are dusted. By the way, what about the body? Because of low hygiene awareness and a hectic, overworked culture, many Japanese focus on cleaning their surface, not meticulously. It's not uncommon for women to shower only twice a week, for men to skip deodorant altogether. Outwardly clean mask deeper neglect, a culture that prioritizes visual order but overlooks details and personal hygiene. Dust is visible, but bad breath, body odor, mental fatigue, those are easier to hide. Especially inbound travelers never perceive it. Step inside many Japanese gyms and public pools, and a pattern appears. Yes, you'll see signs about rules and manners. Don't splash, don't talk, don't disturb. But look closer. Mold creeping up the tiles, hair clumped in drains, ventilation forgotten. Japan's public hygiene image doesn't match the reality inside many facilities. Because once again, cleanliness is enforced in appearance. But maintenance, that takes time, money, and responsibility, all in short supply. Now let's look at the workplace. Offices in Japan are often outdated, cramped, and dusty. Filtration systems are rarely updated, desks cluttered with papers and forgotten plastic wrappers. Carpet never cleaned. It's tidy, but it's not clean, says Jun, a 35-year-old IT worker. No one notices the grime anymore. We're too exhausted to care. In many Japanese workplaces, hygiene isn't health, it's theatre. The curtain is neat, but behind it, nothing's been wiped down in years. Bathing, the ritual Japan is known for, is slowly becoming a luxury. Not for everyone, but for the vulnerable, students, part-timers, the mentally unwell. After paying rent, food, and tuition, even hot water can feel like a burden. I use perfume and dry shampoo when I can't bathe, Airi confesses. I feel ashamed, but I just can't keep up. When shame replaces routine, that's when society begins to unravel. Lily is 28. She works 2 jobs and raises 2 kids alone. She says, people think Japan is perfect, but they don't see the sacrifices we make just to stay afloat. These aren't rare stories, they are quiet, common truths. Japan's global image is polished by policy and promotion, but the burden of upholding that illusion falls on people like Yumi, like Kenji, like Airi, invisible workers, wearing invisible pain. There's a saying, Japan is just outwardly clean, but not hygienic. The surfaces sparkle, but the soul, it's tired, mouldy, and dusty. Behind closed doors, cleaning is selective. Wiping tables, yes. Deep scrubbing, rare. Mental fatigue leads to minimal effort, just enough to appear okay, just enough to not be judged. The myth of meticulousness. It's a performance, scripted by social pressure. Japan's obsession with cleanliness isn't about health. It's about control, conformity, presentation. Hygiene becomes symbolic. Not of wellness, but of endurance. You must appear clean. You must not bother others. You must keep it together. Even if you're falling apart inside. That's not hygiene, that's quiet suffering. To love Japan is to see it whole, not just the beauty, but the cracks, not just the image, but the struggle. Yes, the streets are spotless. Yes, the trains run on time. But beneath the surface, millions are living with unspoken shame. Hygiene is more than soap. It's about dignity, mental health, economic justice. If we want to understand the real Japan, we must listen to the voices never heard and look beyond the shine, to the stories hidden in shadow. If this revealed a side of Japan you've never seen before, subscribe for more truths beneath the surface. Because behind every myth, there's a story Japan won't tell you, but I will. There's a reality worth hearing. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, as always. See you next dive.